If there are any genuine professionals watching this, I am so sorry. Ooh. Ow! That seems like a lot. Is that a lot? This is kind of satisfying to look at. Hey, it's Betty, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today, once again, I have a giant box of goodies. Remember last year when I almost always used to start my videos with some giant bag or box of some kind? Yeah, we're doing that again. So in today's video, as you may have deduced from the title, I'm going to be attempting to wax again. After like 8 years, probably. Fun fact, I actually used to regularly wax my own legs with like a cartridge wax thingy. Probably around 8 years ago, I want to say, so a very long time ago. And then between mid-2021 and late 2023, I used to regularly go and get waxed at an actual salon. Then I bought a course of laser treatments for laser hair removal, but then the company went bust. Yeah, 2024 was not the year for hair removal, apparently. Or companies surviving. But anyway, since I last did laser hair removal, I've just been shaving once in a while whenever I needed it. But because it's been almost 2 years since I last did laser hair removal, my hair has pretty much grown back. Not me almost flashing. My hair has pretty much fully grown back to how it used to be on my legs, so which means I need to find a solution again. And now since we are too close to summer here, I can't really do laser hair removal because I'd need to stay out of the sun a lot more and I'd need to be very careful with my skin. Instead of constantly shaving every week and irritating my skin or risking doing laser, which I can't do until autumn or winter, I decided to go back and try waxing at home again. I've read very mixed reviews about things like IPL hair removal and how it's not as effective as laser, and it kind of seemed like it could be a waste of money, and of course you would still need to shave anyway. So I just thought, screw it, I'm gonna go back to yanking out my hair again. Simple, one and done job. Without further ado, let's see what I have here. So being that I haven't waxed my legs in actual years, I decided to do a bit of research and I found that Ital wax, I don't know how you pronounce the name, excuse me, but I found that this wax apparently is meant to be really good. It's had a lot of positive reviews online and I decided to go for this one. Specifically, the top line range is meant to be specifically formulated for sensitive skin, which I do have. I do have quite reactive skin. So this one had some of the most positive reviews I've seen online. I just ordered it off Amazon, and then to actually heat up the wax, I got this little machine from Miley because it was the cheapest and the simplest thing really. And then I got some wooden spatulas so I can actually paint on the wax. This is all very new to me because in the past when I did actually used to wax myself, I used a cartridge wax. So that already had the little cartridge full of the wax inside, and then I would just roll that onto my legs and then rip it off with a strip. But this is not like that. This is stripless waxing, which I've never tried before. I will be attempting this for the first time, so a little scared, but wish me luck. So this particular heater doesn't have any specific temperature control settings. It just says low, medium, and high, which in hindsight isn't the most useful, but whatever. Comes with this little aluminium pot where you put the wax, presumably. It also comes with a cute little lid, so you can heat up faster, I suppose. Yeah, the instructions on this were kind of useless. It was just a bunch of warnings and like how to properly clean the pot. It doesn't say anything about what the temperatures mean. Oh well, we'll figure it out. I don't actually know how much I'm supposed to put in this, like how much to use. Am I supposed to measure it? It smells so good. So look how yellow it is. This one actually also has argan oil in it apparently, so that's meant to be nicer on the skin. We will see. I have no idea how much of this I'm supposed to put. That seems like a lot. Is that a lot? I have no idea. I'm gonna put some more. Got a lot of hair to remove. There we go. That's enough. Hopefully, slot that in there. The lid on. Don't know what temperature I'm supposed to put this on. And now we wait. So how are you today? How are you doing? You doing good? Yeah, I hope you're doing good. Last week we had a lot of rain and cloudiness, but now it looks like the sun's come back out. I hope the weather is also nice wherever you are. Let me know in the comments. How you doing? I might turn this up a bit.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, it's been roughly about 10 minutes and I left it on high just to heat up all the wax faster, and I've put it now down to just below medium just to keep the temperature at a normal amount. It says to preheat the wax to 38 degrees Celsius, but seeing as this does not have any actual temperature settings, I assume it's something below medium or around medium. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments though, please, for future reference. If there are any genuine professionals watching this, I am so sorry. Friendly reminder that I am not in fact a professional when it comes to waxing. I haven't done this in years and I've never done this specific type of waxing. It says first to treat the area with a pre-wax lotion, but I do not have that, so I will not be doing that. I did have a shower and exfoliate and everything before this, by the way, but I don't have any baby powder or anything to powder my legs before, so we're just roughing it here today. Okay, well, try that, I guess. I am terrified. I haven't done this in so long. Oh my goodness. Having to move my shorts because I don't want to flash anyone and I don't want this video to get flagged. Ooh, that's very liquid. Okay. Okay. On the Amazon listing, it said that the waxes have quite a low melting point, so that's why it melts faster. Oh, I'm scared. I'm gonna try left leg first. Oh, it's very liquid. Oh, this is very runny. Okay. Wow, that hardens very quickly. I messed it up. I messed up. I completely messed that up. Oh no. Okay, you have to work very quickly with this because that is already, you can't spread it. You gotta put it on and it stays on. I fear I have started this wrong. Okay. Oh, okay. I got some hairs. Okay, that's actually pretty decent at grabbing the hairs, it looks like. Ooh, okay. Do you see that? My skin doesn't look super irritated or anything, just very slightly pink. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. I'll take that. Okay, I decided to put on a hoodie just to cover myself because the shorts kept slipping, and like I said, I don't want this video to be flagged by YouTube, so. Okay. I don't actually know where I'm supposed to start this. I'm getting wax everywhere. Is that my hair or is that wax? Oh, that's wax. Okay. Can you tell I've never done this before? How do people do this in like big strips? I can't seem to get this to glide very easily because it hardens really fast. I think I got a decent amount of hair that time. I've just got these little remaining leftover bits. But I think it is working. I'm so sorry to all the actual salon people cringing at this right now. I think I managed to get a better patch this time. It always gets very thin at the end, but a lot of videos I've seen do have a bit of leftover gloop at the end so you can yank it easier. Because I know you're supposed to go down, up to down, but then to rip it off you need to go down, up. But it's so much harder to grip from the bottom part because of how skinny it is at the bottom there. Should have brought a little bin or something. I'm gonna have to sweep this all up after I'm done. Strays here and there, but it is working. I hope I have enough wax. Can I do 2 sections at once, or is that illegal? It's kind of a nice feeling, like the warmth of it. It's always worse near the ankle somehow. Definitely gonna need to have a shower after this just to make sure I have any residue removed properly, and just to calm down the skin as well with some cold water. Can always pluck to remove some of the leftover strays as well. This is messy business, I tell you. Yeah, I have fully destroyed this blanket with the wax now, by the way. I'm gonna try and do bigger sections and master this technique here. So I tried to add a bit more glob at the end there so it's easier to pull up and I don't have to like scratch my skin off as much. I think I'm slightly improving there. Ooh. Oh, these two have like melted together, okay. I fear I may need to put more wax, by the way, because this is just one leg done so far and I'm already going through this quite quickly. Yeah, I think after I finish this leg, I'm gonna need to add more wax. Rookie mistake, I suppose. I think it is working. It's just I need to figure out my technique properly.
A few inches later.
Back from a quick lunch break. I also quickly rinsed off my left leg so far. Some cold water just to calm down the skin a little bit. I don't know how well you can see. This is what I'm working with so far in terms of redness. But there we go. Also brought up my little tweezers just to remove any final hairs that remain. But at the end, gotta leave that for later though. I made a royal mess here. That's a problem for another time. I love these Alchemy hoodies because they are so large. I genuinely can just wear it as like a dress or something. These hoodies are big enough to fit both me and my fiance. Not together, obviously, but like we can both wear them, you know? Shout out to Alchemy, shout out to my fam. One of my goals is to get on their PR list one day, so if you want to help with that, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe in this video so that I can get there. Okay, spatula. Give it a little mix here. I did add more wax to this while I was eating and let it heat up slowly, but it looks like it still hasn't fully melted. There's some beads in there, so I'm gonna leave it at a higher temperature for a little bit, I think. It's been a couple minutes. It should be melting more. Decided to change the angle because I also need to change the camera simultaneously, so that's fun. Yay. This is kind of satisfying to look at. I think I did a fairly decent job on my left leg considering I haven't done this in 8 years. It does require a lot of practice and patience, obviously, and skill. You're not just going to be instantly able to do something like this if you've never done it before. So I am giving myself some grace, and if you decide to do this as well, you should give yourself some grace too. And make sure you watch more tutorials than I did and do your research on your wax. The contrast, oh well, you can see, hang on, you can see some bumpiness, but it's otherwise pretty smooth, not super red like it was before. I think the cold water really helped. And then the contrast, how hairy my right leg is compared to my left. The difference is day and night. I think that's sufficiently melted now. Ooh, that's really satisfying. Okay, now I'm gonna try not to make as big of a mess as I did the first time and do this properly. Pray for me. Okay, I think that's an improvement. A win is a win where you can get one. Good thing about this is that it does actually dry pretty quickly. Look at that. Probably can't see it well on camera, but there is a lot of hair in here. Okay, still a bit finicky with some of the thinner layers. I think the trick is that you do have to do a thicker layer of this wax, despite what they advertise. It's kind of satisfying how warm this is. There we are, pretty decent strip. I have a feeling this is going to be more painful because it's near my ankle and it's a big patch. Ooh, that's a lot of hair. You can see some of the hair there, and that's not even the half of it. I'm a hairier gal than I thought. And now we let her rip. Okay, making decent progress, I think. That's good, getting better. I think I'm improving, guys, that's great. Compared to the first leg that I did, it's always really hard to do the under part of your leg for some reason. You really gotta contort yourself. Hair removal is just a pain in the backside no matter how you slice it. Did quite a large section there.
5 minutes later.
And here we are. I have now done both my legs. That is my right leg done. I also went in with my tweezers and plucked a couple hairs. Also did under my thigh a little bit and around my knees. I tried to do as much as I could. Oh, there's a hair. There we go. As I was saying, I've done both my legs. They don't look super irritated now, just a little down on this side. I do have a bit more redness here. It's not itching or stinging or anything, thank goodness. I had to use a lot of wax for this, by the way. I don't know if that's just me being super hairy this time round or if it just takes that much wax to wax both legs. But yeah, I've had to top it up like 2 or 3 times. I've also destroyed this blanket that I've been sitting on, and I also got a tiny bit of wax on under my sleeve that I very quickly tried to get rid of. And now I'm doing my hopefully last batch of wax here just for my underarms, and then I'll see if I have the energy to do my arms as well. And I am not even going to attempt a bikini wax this time. I need to do both armpits because what the hell is that? Legs are done at least. That's good, that's fine. After I've done everything, obviously I'm gonna have a cold shower just to reduce any irritation or inflammation. Then I'll put some aloe vera and just call it a day. A few more minutes for this to finish melting here, and then I'll try not to get wax everywhere all down my shirt. I'm very afraid to do this. I've never waxed my own armpits before. Today is the day that I try. Just trying to make sure that I don't get all of this on my clothes. Ooh. Ow! Ooh, that's hot. Of course that went on my white shirt. This looks so weird. Oh, I'm so scared. I've had my armpits waxed before, obviously, and it wasn't that bad, but I'm just doing it to myself. Oh, okay. Oh boy. Oh no, that was still wet. Ooh. Ah!
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Okay, that was way worse than I thought. I'm sweating as well. Okay, but in fairness, I think I got most of that. Yeah, also, if anyone can let me know a good way to remove wax from clothing, please do let me know in the comments. Ooh, that feels very warm. Try it again. God, I hate this. Whew. Why did I decide to do this? I should have gotten laser hair removal on my armpits. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I only did my legs in bikini. Okay, for future reference, when I will be doing laser hair removal again, I will be doing my armpits as well, because I don't want to do this ever again. Okay. Ooh, okay, that was less bad, I think. There we go. Quite a bit of redness, but that's natural because it was very painful. The wax on my shirt. But you can see I did manage to remove a decent amount of hair there, but I don't want to do it to my other side. That was way more excruciating than I thought it was going to be, I'm not gonna lie. Do this at your own risk, yeah? I'm sweating. I need like a tissue or something. Be right back. Ugh, got some toilet paper. I do not have any baby powder, unfortunately, so yeah, I'm gonna have to suffer through this one. But also my armpit hair isn't quite as long as my leg hair was, so maybe that's why it was hurting more. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to do this with my other hand. Oh no, I'm right-handed. This is gonna... Quick like a cat, quick like a cat. Can't really see what I'm doing. Just hoping for the best. Okay. The summer weather better stay for a good week after this. Okay, let's try and remove that. Ah! Ooh. Can you see that? Oh, there's still a lot left over. I think it's taking a bit longer to dry on my armpit for some reason. I feel like it hardened much faster on my legs. Okay, I think it's time. Ah! Got to do like a battle cry every time I remove it. Okay, almost done.
A few inches later.
Okay, done my armpits, I think. I've survived. I've also tried plucking a couple hairs. I mean, compared to how it was before, it's an improvement. I'll take it. Worst case, I can always ask my fiance if he wants to help me pluck a couple rogue hairs from my armpit. This is the best I'm gonna do with the wax. Let me try and battle the arm hair. I do have some hair. Luckily for me though, I don't have a lot of very dark, thick hair. It is like a dark blonde, light brown kind of shade. So usually I do just leave my arm hair, grown out, like I don't even shave it. But I think for the sake of this video, and since I already have wax left over and I've done everything else, I think I can do my arms. Shouldn't be too bad. The hair's definitely long enough on there. I don't know if I've ever waxed my arms. It's warm. There we go. I'm definitely gonna need a very cold shower after this. And I'm someone who hates cold showers, but my goodness. The armpits nearly took me out, man. I'm not even joking. The scream I scrumped. Okay, that dried reasonably quickly. Let me see. Oh, still a bit. Good thing I'm not being too precious about my nails this time since they're already a couple weeks old. Yeah, that was more painful than I thought. Okay. Oh, can't really see it on camera, but that is smooth. Okay, let's continue. Usually whenever I do any sort of hair removal, by the way, on my arms, they are like the least likely to be irritated for some reason. On my legs, I'll get the red bumps and rosacea, whatever, strawberry legs, whatever they're called. And also around bikini area, I've often had problems with ingrown hairs and whatnot. But on my arms, surprisingly, I rarely have issues. There we are. Ugh. Very smooth. Left arm is all done compared to the right arm, much more smooth. Now, just gotta do the right arm and then I will finally be done here. It is always awkward doing things with my left hand though, so I fear I may have fudged this up already. Okay, since it's more difficult to do one big section, I find it easier to do more smaller sections. But yeah, I think I did a decent job. I think I did the best I can. If you are still watching this and for some reason you're enjoying watching this video, please do consider subscribing because I do random things like this and it would help out the channel. And if you do decide to subscribe, be sure to click the little bell icon as well so that you're notified whenever I next upload a video. And I think I can remove this now. Why is it always more painful on one side? I think because you get used to it on one side and then when you switch to the other side, it hurts like hell. 1, 2, 3. Another trick that my waxers have taught me in the past is inhale right before they rip, and then as you are ripping it off, that's when you exhale so that it makes it less painful. And I think that kind of helps, so that's what I'm trying to do here. Very skinny section, but oh well. There we go, that's a decent section. Look at that, I love when things go right. Look at that. It's like ripping off a plaster. Just gotta do it quick like a cat. If you get that quick like a cat reference, you're a legend. I miss Matthew Perry. This whole video is just gonna be a compilation of me going, ooh, ah, eesh. I hope there are no men watching this. On camera, it looks kind of a disgusting sickly color, but in person, it actually doesn't look that bad. It looks quite golden and shiny and cool. Couple more lines and I think I should be almost done.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
And here is the aftermath. Yeah, I know that's kind of crazy. But anyway, here's the finished results, including the armpits. This was a much messier process than I'd anticipated. There is wax absolutely everywhere. I only have a tiny amount of wax left, so just perfect, pretty much the right amount that I needed. And I am now going to have a very cold shower, which I'm going to hate because I hate cold showers, but it will be good for my skin. And then I'm gonna lather myself head to toe in aloe vera and just stay like this. Anyway, if you stuck around until the end, thank you so much for watching, and kudos to you for surviving this video. Kudos to me for surviving this video, honestly. But if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And when you subscribe, don't forget to click the little bell icon so that you're notified whenever I next upload a video. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for some new content, why don't you check out one of these being recommended to you on the screen right now by YouTube. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!